We're late. We're late to the stream, and it's because I got locked into my workplace today. But now we're here. We're here. It's Jess and Adam, and we're so excited to see you all. We're gonna talk Dungeons and Dragons, Dungeons and Dragons, and that time that Adam got a soul sucked out of his body. We should definitely talk about that.
Yeah, I think we have to.
I blame the Dungeon Masters. I see you run in chat. This is all your fault. We're never gonna come back, just like his eyeball. Too soon? Hello, everybody! Welcome to the Dungeon Cooldown. We are here. We're ready to rock and roll and talk D&D. Hi, Adam. How are you?
Yes, how you doing?
I'm great. I see you in chat. Those of you who followed me over, I was playing Dead by Daylight over on Reckless Comedy, and I was like, come over and hang out with me on this channel because we're gonna talk Dungeons and Dragons. So I see you. Tuo Mass just gifted a sub, and that went to Phoenix Ablaze. Holy smokes! Tuo Mass has given 230 subs, 231 gift subs to this channel.
Nice.
Oh.
Nice.
My goodness. Wow. Holy
Good
crap.
people.
And we also had I think we had a hype train. Yeah, we had a hype train earlier. Amazing. Angel Devilson cheered a huge cheer. Thank you, Angel. I love you, Angel. I miss you. It's been a while. Leisurous, thank you for that follow and hello. Tuo Mask with 2 cheers. Thank you so much for the biddies. And Morgan Peter Brown, who dat, gave out 5 community gift subs. And then we have a couple people who resubscribed with their Prime accounts. I think, is this music super loud? I think my headphones are borking out right now. Hopefully it's not too loud. Just let me know. Now I can't hear it at all. We have resubscribes with Prime. If you didn't know, you can subscribe to the channel for free if you have an Amazon Prime account, and instructions on how to do that are on our About page. So for those of you who choose our channel, thank you so much for choosing us. You get one, so it's an honor to be chosen. You don't hear music at all? These headphones, can you hear it now? I mean, I'm really enjoying it. Adam can't hear it. I'm the only one who can hear the music. What else do we have? I think we have a couple more folks who resubscribed. Oh, Angel Devilson gave out 5 community gift subs about 5 minutes ago. Thank you, Angel. Oh, and we had a bunch of new followers too. Awesome. Oh, Leisurous just subscribed with Prime. Thank you so much. And I think that's it. I think I got everybody. Just wanted to say hi to our early folks in chat too, which is Tuo Mask and C. Joe and Morgan Peter Brown, Idaho Judd, and Gateway Guy. Hello, Tony, and Ron. So hello. All right, so we are here to talk about what happened on the last episode. Thank you for that cheer, Angel. What happened, Adam?
Well, things didn't go well for Cristobal de la Cruz.
No?
They haven't been going well for a couple episodes in a row. I don't know if you guys noticed that.
What happened?
He first he lost an eye, which I'd like to say the party wanted the eye to stay gone, which I thought was really rude. I just want to put that out there right now. Like, a man deserves 2 eyes. And then, in our most recent combat, my soul got sucked out of my body, didn't even get a death saving throw, didn't get a chance for anyone to come heal me, just, now I'm in my mirror. In my mirror.
Hey, at least we know where you are.
Yeah, but I don't know who brought me there. Like, You know, it's one of those situations where someone would have had to activate the mirror to bring me through it, and I didn't do it, and none of y'all did it, which means someone just brought me into that mirror.
Do we have
And,
any ideas on what it could be?
I mean, I have some thoughts.
Yeah, tell us.
Like,
Spill.
well, okay. So first of all, right, it's a Lumbra mirror, right, which is an ancient god that went crazy. Who's the god of civilization. And because of the way that we're discovering all these things in the game about like the astral dwarves and the origin of some of this stuff, I'm wondering if Lumbra was based off of a real person. And if that person went cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs and over by being like too adventurous with his magic and his inventing, he got sucked into the mirror. So I'm wondering if it's that person.
Wait, but okay, so if the person got sucked into the mirror, that means that they maintained their like sentience and their powerful abilities through the mirror?
I mean, maybe because he invented the mirror, right? So maybe it has more abilities that I have just not discovered yet. I've only really just started tapping into it, you know?
And why do you think they've chosen Cristobal?
Oh, because he is the most handsome and dapper.
Obviously.
I think that goes without saying.
I don't even know why I asked.
It's a silly question. I mean, the other theory I have one more theory, and it has to do with my backstory, which is I was in a duel right before I got sucked here, and the guy who defeated me in the duel and in theory caused my first appearance on the North Island was an incredibly powerful wizard. And I'm wondering if maybe he has in some way tapped into the mirror, because the mirror appeared right when he appeared in my court to challenge me. So I'm wondering if maybe there's a correlation there. Oh, thank you, Phoenix. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Do we think this holds weight, folks in chat? Cjo says, I like this theory.
Yeah.
Ron, do you have any thoughts, Dungeon Master?
Idris, it was extremely painful. They didn't give me any neosporin. You know, there's gonna get dirt in the wound. Dirt's gonna get in the wound.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get an
we're
infection.
out here camping in the Arctic. Your eye hole is definitely getting infected. But luckily,
right?
I mean, do you have prestidigitation?
No, I don't. You'd think I would. Like, my character should have prestidigitation.
Right? Well, next time you level up, next cantrip, so you can keep that eye hole clean.
Yeah.
Yes, last week was our week off, but in 2 days we are going to be back to the adventure. And yeah, last we left off, Otto, Serena's character, tried to save Cristobal, tried very hard to save Cristobal.
And Serena did a great job. Otto did a great job of really, because both of our DMs are really into the storytelling aspect of RP, and the way they described being able, like, trying to put my soul into my body, it was fantastic. I loved it. So it was such a great picture.
Sorry if you hear dogs barking. I have 3 of them in my apartment right now. What about Saint and her infection?
Exactly.
What infection?
You're kidding, right?
What?
You got... When the thing exploded, when the last undead frost giant exploded, you got covered in goo.
Tis a
and remember that stuff was under your skin, like crawling under your skin.
Tis a scratch. That's not lasting damage.
Oh no! Oh no! That's gonna be amazing. That's gonna be amazing.
I do have to go back and watch is the Dungeon Rush up for this past episode?
Not yet. The first edit is done. We're just waiting on a few notes, and so I can tweak sound, and then I'm gonna get that up there.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go back and watch the Dungeon Rush. If you didn't know, we have 15-minute recap episodes done by Adam here, and they are amazing and a great way to catch up. And I watch them too. So, wait, what? Okay, chat keeps the gross bone bug that got into your skin. You have a chest buster, and I don't remember them being that bad. Maybe I just didn't take it very seriously as a player. I was like, Yeah, magical things that hurt me. Just part of the course.
The description of it, like crawling underneath your skin, is just oof.
Treacherous Idol says aliens reference, but I actually think of Mummy when I think of that.
Yeah.
With the scarab beetles. The beetles are like.
Yes.
I remember as a kid that freaked the heck out of me. It's called Denial Kool-Aid. Magic can heal a nasty infection, I think.
Yeah.
I think so. What else did I see here? Sounded like a rot grub infection to me almost.
Ooh.
What is that? What is that? Ron just slammed his head on the desk. My work here is done.
My teeth.
Yeah, I have thick elephant skin. I'm not afraid of anything.
You shouldn't be.
How did they get under that skin? How'd they get under that thick elephantine skin? I don't think so. All right, so we what we do on this show is we talk about the past episode, but we also have questions from our lovely patrons. And we're not announcing it yet. We're going to announce it on the show this week, but I actually think we might be announcing it tomorrow on our socials. So let me see. Does this work? Does command socials work? Yeah. All right. Follow our socials because we will be announcing some fun things for our patrons. We're very excited about it. And we'll announce it again on the live show. I'm getting so much crap in chat right now. If Saint stays optimistic enough, it won't hurt her.
That's what I'm gonna love, because I imagine like the infection slowly taking over her body, but like as long as it hasn't come up to her neck or her head, she's just like, it's fine. It's all gonna work out. It's fine.
I really need to go back and rewatch it because I really don't remember feeling like there was something I needed to address in the next episode. So
right, a lot of stuff happened at the end of the episode, like on top of each other. I got stabbed, souls were floating away, Serena was killing wasps, you got the infection, Coco was paralyzed and then came out of it, Drek got wrecked, like it was a lot.
Drek got wrecked. Oh my god, that needs to be on a t-shirt. Drek got wrecked.
Oh, it's just like a sad picture of Drek.
I'm imagining a hashtag.
Right?
Exactly, Angel. I just hear her saying, "Is this a sign from my god?"
I mean, the way Chris Ball feels about gods right now, I could totally see it being a sign from a god.
All right, so I'm going to go first, commented to last. Tapartos asks, this is again from our Patreon. What we do each week is we post questions in there specifically for patrons. First dibs on the questions, and then we pop over to Twitch where we will answer your questions. And also, I think if there's any questions in Discord, Morgan, could you let me know? But what was I going to say? Oh yeah, just if you're on Twitch, just hold your questions until we get past the Patreon questions, just so I don't miss anybody. All right, so Taparto says, now that you have both gotten to know everyone a little more, which character's storyline are you most interested in, and which one scares you the most? Great question.
That's a really good question. Huh.
And can we choose ourselves?
Yes.
I think it should be somebody other than ourselves because we're obviously interested in how our own story pans out.
I agree.
Because I would choose me, obviously. Like, I want to know what happens to Saint.
Cristobal wants to know more about Cristobal. I don't know why you wouldn't think that. I don't know. Who do I want to know more about? Who do I think is the most scary? No, honestly, the one that I think is the most scary is going to be Carrie's, Coco's.
Why?
Because the Feywild. Feywild can be anything at any time, at anywhere, and we're talking about someone who doesn't remember anything about her time there.
Yeah.
Like, does that mean that she was doing some really good stuff, really bad stuff? Did she make a really powerful enemy? You know, really powerful friends?
Yeah, hers is more like existential dread.
Yeah. Yeah, and the fact that you can't predict it, you can't logic your way out of any of it. You know, if you get sad and it starts to rain. You know, it's
Mm-hmm.
like, how do you deal with that? I think that's going to be the most scary for me.
Is that the one you're also most interested in, or is that a different one?
Right now, no, because right now, I'm honestly just curious about yours.
Oh yeah?
Because, yeah, well, because you keep talking about this sister of yours and this god, which you don't know a lot about, but you seem to be very, like, into, you know? So I'm sitting there going, so something must have happened with Jess and I assume her sister has got to be involved in some respect.
Yeah.
And, like, and yeah, I mean, it just, I feel like your story for me right now is the most nebulous. You know,
How
like
so?
Otto, well, because like, Morgan, he was expositioning a little bit last game, and that like kind of clears some stuff up for me. And
Mm-hmm.
Otto has been a bit forthcoming, and uh, eh, Carrie doesn't know what happened to her really, so you haven't let a lot of cats out of the bag, so I'm curious to see where yours is gonna go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I say yes. I would say Saint's just not the kind of person to really put the spotlight on herself. So, I mean, not that any of us are really. I think all of us have been pretty hesitant to share what's going on with us. But
Sure.
I think it's more so that Saint um, just wouldn't want to be a burden to anybody, and also like I think it's hard to get past that like super optimistic exterior. Like if you asked like I think Valcorio even asked her like, "Are you okay?" Or he asked her like he noticed that
Hmm.
something was wrong, and he was like, "Are you okay?" And she was like, "Yep."
Everything's
everything
fine.
everything's fine. Yeah, but I'm very interested to learn more about my god because I also don't know anything about my god yet. And oh, you can see there's all three of the dogs fighting in the background. Oh,
Oh, they're cute.
that's my life right now. I am most interested in. Whoa, whoa! Twinsen just gifted a 12 months tier 1 sub to Ron Ogden.
Oh, thank
Holy
you,
crap,
Twinsen. That's
Twinsens!
awesome.
Thank you so much. Wow, Twinsen just peeking around the
That's
corner there.
awesome.
Thank you so much for your support, Twinsens. Hi. Um, I think I am interested the most in Cristobal's story.
Really?
Yeah, I love high status characters.
Mm.
I'm playing a low status character in this game
Sure.
because I wanted to stretch what I usually play. I usually do play high status.
Hmm.
And yeah, so I think it's interesting I love like political drama, like Game of Thrones is my
Yes.
stuff. So
Well, and that's I think what is making it so hard right now for Cristobal on the North Island, because all the challenges he's facing are tangible, and what he's used to dealing with is uh, a lot more. How do I put this? Like conspiratorial, layered. It's not something as simple as like, you know, it's really cold. Put on a coat. It's
yeah.
so in some respects it's 10 times harder for him. But like you sit there and you look at it, and like me personally, like I didn't grow up privileged at all, so I'm sitting there going, just do the thing, just
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
come on, like pick up the pack and carry it. So it's
Well,
it's really kind of
that's a
fun.
cool aspect that we're gonna start to explore too. Is that in our previous campaign, gods had a very minimal hand in what was going on in the world, especially because they weren't even really introduced until, like 2 years into the campaign,
Sure.
or maybe a year into the campaign, because we were still in studio. But then I'm just excited to see like the direct hand they have, and also their personalities is a big thing I'm excited about
Sure.
because we've talked about this before in person and probably on stream, but fallible, flawed
Oh, yeah, flawed.
gods are very interesting to me.
I
So
will say this about having played with Jared for like a decade. He loves religion in his games, and he loves making the gods responsive, either benevolently or malevolently, to people who honor them or people who, uh, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, do not honor them. Speak badly of doubt. Like he'll be the first to be like, oh, you doubt that Lumbra is real, right? Well, okay, a mirror falls on your head. Like he just loves playing with that.
So mean.
Yeah.
Also, I wanted to shout out Blind Seer for gifting 10 subs to our community. Thank you so much, Blind Seer. You're such a sweetie. That goes out to so many folks, and I'm sure they're going to be so excited to get that gift sub. So thank you so much. Ron just said in chat, it's good that the gods have been left to me. It was 11 gift subs. Excuse me, 11 gift subs. Thank you, Blind. Oh, I see there was one to half donut right before. Thank you so much. Okay, now I need to answer whose is most scary. Otto's probably.
Really? Why Otto?
There's a lot of fire going on. I think the Feywild is scary, but the fact that Otto came into the story from a fire explosion, I'm like,
sure,
what is happening? And there's like a scar all up his arm.
Right, and it's clear that death occurred to him, not like he didn't die, but like his life was. Something happened drastically in his life where I think he lost. I mean, I don't know, but I think he lost his uncle.
Yeah.
Which is huge for him, and that's that right there. So you're right. Like that just reeks of danger.
Ron, you can't. Ron says I'm with Jessica, but you know their backstory. That's not fair. All right, so let's move on to the next question. Hopefully that we answer. I think we answered that one. The next one comes from Tuomas. What went wrong in the battle? And then second question is how much of a trouble you think Coco and the rest of the party is eating the worms and not planting them? Okay, let's answer the first question first. What went wrong in the battle? What went wrong with the? What happened in the battle?
My soul got sucked out my body. You got a drastic infection. Drek got wrecked. A lot went wrong in that battle.
Killer wasps.
Yeah.
And then what were the other two creatures called? I forget what they were called, but they were big meanies.
Husks. He called them husks.
Ah.
I will say this. I think the party was split a little bit, which did not help our situation. Jared not rolling below like a 23 did not help our situation. And I honestly should have played Cristobal closer to his true colors as opposed to taking advantage of some mechanics, that's my fault.
How so?
Like, I was trying to take advantage of the Blade Singer high armor class while casting shield, and the fact that we had, with Morgan, those wasps flanked. And I shouldn't have done that. I should have stayed back and peppered them with magic.
Well, why did you choose that? Just because as a player you wanted to try out some fun new things?
Because I didn't know... Honestly, I didn't know we were going to get another rest. And I was hesitant to use my magic in case stuff, really went down. And don't get me wrong, the husks and the wasps were a serious threat. I just didn't realize how serious until my soul got sucked out my body.
Well, I would never want to say that you did anything wrong in a battle because, I mean, I know you know this, but we're all still learning about each other's characters as players. Sure. And as immersed in the game as characters. We don't really know how each other fit in. By the end of campaign 1, we were a well-oiled machine. Yes, we were still full of chaos and made mistakes, but we really knew what each other would do. Like, without thinking, we knew that Civ would do this or Uga would do that. So we don't quite know that yet. Sure. So we're kind of operating on our own terms. I don't think you did anything wrong.
Oh no, I mean it's less that like it was the snowball at the top of the mountain. You know what I mean? Like I
Yeah.
gave it a little shove and then it all just went awry because Jared rolls like we should just take Jared to Vegas. I don't know why we don't take Jared and Ron to Vegas, sit him
Yeah,
at a
right?
craps table and just we'll go to the buffet, we'll come back and we'll have enough money to buy the freaking casino.
I feel like, yes, Crystal Ball got his soul sucked out in the end, but like other than that, it was fine, right?
Well, you're pretty diseased.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna pull up my character sheet right now and see how many hit points I have left. Because I've been using D&D Beyond, which I've been loving. I've been a paper character sheet girl forever, like staunchly. So like, I like how paper feels and smells. But I think I've converted because it's just so easy to keep track of everything. Oh, I have 5 hit points.
Yeah, and I think Drek has about the same.
Cool.
So yeah,
This is what happens when I have a week off.
I mean,
Ron,
in fairness
shut
to
up.
you, yeah, in fairness to you, Jess, I was watching this for the edit, so I saw this stuff multiple times, which is why it just comes to my mind so quick.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This is a good reminder to go brush up on things. All right. So the second question from Tuomas was, how much trouble do you think Coco and the rest of the party are in for eating the worms and not planting them? I think we're not in that much trouble yet. I think if she continues to do it, she's gonna have some repercussions.
See, this goes back to me and my fear of the Feywild because, I don't know, we don't know what those worms are, we don't know what they were supposed to be doing, so like
Yeah. But I also just don't think the DMs would punish. It would see she's a new player, so I feel like she doesn't know. I know you were like so ready, like oh. But I think because Carrie's a new player and she doesn't like necessarily know the gravity of like specific things. Like I think that there's a certain level of punishment that's like that would teach her or teach Coco, but it wouldn't be too bad because then you're just like not being fair.
But you are assuming that this punishment would come now. And it's very, very real possibility that Ron and Jared just sit on this information until Carrie's been playing for 6 or 8 months, and then they're like, "Oh, you got it? You got it? Great. Remember those worms?" And then like everything hits the fan.
Oh man, that would be great if they did that.
Yeah.
So mean.
Very mean.
Oh, so mean. Yeah, what do you think? You think we're in trouble?
I do. I do think you're in trouble. I think we are in trouble. Like, the fact that that gnome showed up already, like we are 8 sessions in and the Feywild's already coming a calling. That's like, so why is Carrie here? Like, I know she wants to find her family, but like, how did she get out of the Feywild?
Why are we all here?
That's true.
I wish I could do a zoom in on my face right now. Why are we all here, Dungeon Masters? This misshapen, misfit group. What are we doing? Why are we all together?
That's it.
It's too ambiguous.
My favorite part about that was when, I think it was the second episode I was in, we roll into the tent and, you have Orsoon there and Mighty Claw there, and you had, oh my gosh, what's his name? He just turned into a piece of wood.
Oh,
his name. Oh my gosh. Help me out, chat.
I can see it in my mind's eye.
Yeah,
Ollie.
No, Oliver. It's Oliver. Oh, thank you. I beat you to it, Oliver. Oliver like looks at everybody and then he's like, "Oh yeah, I see. Yeah," and then he turns to me and he goes, "What are you doing here?" And I'm like, "Oh no, oh no."
That might be the best spot to be in though, because when the those that fate chooses.
It's true.
It's not an easy path to walk.
That's very, very true.
All right, so next question comes from Brian Hughes. Jess, how do you think Fahima would react to the Animos? Oh, she'd have a heyday.
Yeah.
So if you don't know, I think most of you do, but if you don't know, my character from the campaign 1, her name was Fahima, and she had a particular interest and fondness of magical creatures, and the more monstrous, the better. So she would be a little less interested because they're not monstrous. Like, I think them being humanoid is like, she's like, but are you like gross? Do you eat disgusting things and rip things to shreds? Oh, then you're a little less interesting to me. But yeah, she would love to study them and figure out how they came about. But they're really not that different from like a tabaxi or something. And I mean, and yeah, and Civ was a tabaxi, and also she was kind of not an atheist, but she didn't really like care about religion. So if it was just like, oh, a god did this, then she'd be like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, the Animus is fascinating to me because we're on an island where Animus is everywhere, but we're also here with other creatures, like other birds and bears and deer that were not affected by the Animus. So, like, it obviously wasn't like it was very specific. It was a targeted, we are picking these bears to become, and these sheep to become the Ramhidi. And so I'm very curious on, like, what dictated that and what that means, and yeah, what that means for the island in general.
Does Cristobal care about that at all?
Cristobal, so on the South Island, an Animus is extremely rare. I mean, wait. Yeah, an Animus is extremely rare.
I thought they don't exist at all on the South Island.
They are known. So, like, there hasn't been travel between the islands in years, but Animus have, I think, been there in the past, and I really feel like it would be a status symbol to be associated with one. I'm not talking about owning one or in any way like having a pet, so much as just like socially.
Wow, interesting.
Socially, like if you knew an Ursaka and you could roll up to a dinner party with an Ursaka, like yeah, big deal. So hopefully we get back to the South Island and my social ladder gets climbed quite a bit, just because I can be like, oh, you've never met an Owlin? Oh, here's an Owlin.
Fascinating. So you're gonna be Fahima in this next campaign.
Yes. But as opposed to like wanting to study them for not only biological or magical purposes, I'll be wanting to study them to see how best to use them.
Status.
Yes, that's for status. Like, how good is Otto at like ballroom dance? Like, could I take them to court and put them through the paces? You know what I mean? Because that'd be great.
Oh my gosh.
That'd also be really fun to play.
I would love for all of us dorks to go to a fancy court on the North Island and just mess it up.
Ursaka as a date for the Emmys. Yes, Savatos. Yes. Oh, what am I wearing? I'm not wearing anyone. I don't understand the question.
So the second question from Brian Hughes is relevant to what we were just talking about. Adam, with all that has happened to Cristobal, is he worried it might be tough to get back into the court?
Cristobal is terrified that it's going to be impossible. Well, first of all, he's terrified if there's even going to be a court left. But I think he is terrified of not being able to get back into court. Not just because of what happened before he left, but out of sight, out of mind, right? So his family is now non-existent. His whole family's presence is gone. So any status that his father achieved or he was starting to achieve is wiped out. So yeah, I mean, I think he's desperate to get home, not only to resolve some of the issues that occurred, but so that his whole life and world doesn't fall apart.
What?
You know,
Remind me what
like
happened
everything he
with
has, he was
Cristobal's
gifted.
family?
Sorry, say again,
Remind
Jess?
me what happened with Cristobal's family?
Cristobal never knew his mother, and Cristobal's father, who was a court wizard for the Duke de Peron, um, died mysteriously 3 weeks before I showed up on the island. Like, so 3 weeks happened, something happened to me, I showed up on the island.
And that's all we know. We don't know that, like, how he died?
He
Other than
was
mysteriously?
well, so it was a disease that killed him, but he, like, the Duc de Peron brought in healers from all over the place, very powerful magic users, and they could not cure it. So, you know, it's Cristobal has his theories that maybe there were some moves within the court, but the power that would have been required to kill his father that way is just something he couldn't grasp until he showed up for a duel, and there was the Baron Medulon, this crazy necromancer who could do all sorts of stuff. So,
And so why are we thinking there might not still be a court?
because at the end of my during the duel, who I was fighting, Baron Medulon, he just started burning down the house. Like, literally burning down the grounds that we were on, and all the nobles were there. And couple that with the fact that livestock have been dying in massive numbers, there's no longer a magical protector of the Peron family. Yeah, I think there's a lot of issues, a lot of things to think about. So yes, he is terrified about going back to court, and he wants to get there ASAP.
Because I would think if there was some kind of play in the court, that there would still be a court, because otherwise why would someone be angling to gain power within the court?
Well, and seeing that's the most interesting part. The person who defeated me in the duel comes from the largest city on the South Island, and we are a relatively podunk town by comparison. So I don't know why he's out here. I don't know what he wants. All I know is he showed up, challenged me to a duel to take my position, and then hit me ridiculously hard and started burning down my estate. Not my estate, but the estate of the Perons.
So when we talk about court, are we talking about the court of your home then, and not like the court of the South Island?
Correct.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah, so I live in an agricultural town that's been there for like couple generations, and we became very the lords of the town were basically self-assigned lords. They were very prosperous merchants that then created courts and developed society within their small burg. You know, so they are very wealthy. They are powerful in the small respect, but not in the grand sense. Like, if I were to roll into a court of a true town and like a true power, like, they'd be like, "Who are you? I may have heard of you once." Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Again, I was thinking court was like court at large, but that makes a lot of sense. So you would think the court is gone.
Right.
Great question, Brian Hughes.
Yeah.
So next question comes from Idaho Jed. Have either of you had characters that died before? What happened in game, but also how did your games handle it practically? Did you come back in the game as a new character, or were you simply out of the campaign? Yes, I have had a character die.
Jess, you go first. What happened?
Well, we all know the story of Fahima. First campaign, that's a character who died, and her story is that she was kind of resurrected. But the first character, I think the only character that I've had that died was in a home game, and it was my paladin whose name was the Sphinx, and she had invisibility on, but she still rolled a natural 1 on a stealth check. And so the baddie found her, and she was separated from the group. She like fell behind, and the baddie took her and killed her because I just kept rolling. I've kept failing to escape her grasp, the baddie's grasp, and the DM was like, the only way for me to have gotten out of that was for her to have basically just like fudged the story and been like, it's all right, I won't kill you after all. And so the Sphinx died, and I rolled up a new character, brought her in.
Nice.
She was not revived.
I have lost a character as well. He was a gladiator named Stavros, and he was a lot of fun and boisterous to play. And we were in the sewers beneath my hometown with my half-sister and the rest of our party when we got jumped by way too many undead. And Stavros was the meat shield, literally in that sense. And I rolled the way I always roll, which is poorly. And Stavros' head met a broken grate. And it was very terrible. The way Jared handled it, Jared of course killed me, because why wouldn't he? The way Jared handled it was I came back as a ghost for 2 or 3 sessions because my half-sister was in the party, and that was devastating for her and a lot of fun. Not fun as in haha, but fun as in interesting to play. And then I did also roll a new character.
Oh, so you was your half-sister a real player too?
Oh no, see, so we played half sister, half brother in the game. We were orphans of war. We called ourselves Warphans. And yeah. And like we're completely different races. She was a half elf. I think I was playing in a homebrew, so I was a minotaur. But it was just like sister, brother. Like, it was a lot of fun to play.
Oh, I like that. It's fun that you got to continue playing for a little bit too.
Yeah, because like you want to bring some closure to that and that relationship.
Yeah. All right. So our next question comes from Chafrikas. Hey, Adam, do you have any ideas about what the whole deal with Cristobal's mirror is, or is that a surprise from the DMs that you're figuring out in time? It's also great if it's a secret you want to keep too.
So it is something I'm figuring out in real time. I know how I got it. It was a gift from someone I respected and admired, but I don't know why I was given it. I didn't know any of its capability prior to a few sessions ago, where I learned about its ability to channel and store energy, magical energies especially. So I'm figuring out in real time, and it's a lot of fun. I love the fact that like probably the most vain character in the show is got a magical mirror that he is obsessed with.
All right, great question, Chafrikas. Yeah, I think we're gonna find out more about that throughout the campaign. I think this mirror is gonna be with us for a long time. Did we have any questions in Discord, or should we throw it over to Twitch chat? Oh, we do. Okay. All right. Let's see. Oh no questions. I don't think so. I don't think we have any questions specifically for the cooldown. Do we have any questions in chat about what's going on? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Go. Okay, so Cjo225, are you even sure you guys are in the same time period you left from? That is an awesome question. I love that. Because we don't know how
any NPCs that are from our stories.
Right. We don't know how long we were in the storm. So I mean, we could be back in time, we could be forward in time. Like that's such a great point. Like, oh, I mean, that's gonna be awesome, right? Like, can you imagine like if I roll back into my town and my dad is like 6 years old and I'm like,
oh my god. But I think we are, because That would really throw me if my twin was not the same age as me anymore.
Could it be possible that because you're pursuing a certain person, is it? And I don't know your backstory, but is it possible that your twin would have come with you to this place? Like someone could have brought her.
She saw her twin right before the storm that took everybody away into the first episode. Mm-hmm. So possibly, I think we're in the same time. I think we're in the same time period. That's what I think.
Yeah, I was actually talking with Jared about this on a game about the mirror too. As I was like, well, how does time work in that mirror? Like, is it faster? Is it slower? Is like, there's so many ways to play with that. That's a great question. I love that question. Well done.
Half Donut says, have you had moments where you thought the story would go one way, but then it did something completely different?
Saint, you go first.
Yes, I would say the very first episode. I did not expect it to start in the Arctic. That was never on my mind. I never thought that we would start in the tundra. I definitely
makes sense with your belly shirt, like that probably.
Yeah, her off the shoulder blouse. Yeah, Saint was not prepared for this. Yeah, I mean, not that I was expecting your typical tavern meeting, but yeah, my brain just didn't go there at all. Yeah, you?
Funny. Well, we could talk about the eye. We could talk about the soul sucking. If we're talking me personally, the frost giants coming at us that quickly surprised me. I thought like that was going to be Chekhov's gun. Like, oh, there's an ice giant queen. Be aware. And in like maybe 30 episodes, she might show up. But they were like, no, let's have them really get involved in episode 3.
Yep, she's right there. She's following you.
Yeah, exactly. I understand. She wants fashion advice. I mean, fur is so out.
Obviously. She just needs something mended.
Wouldn't that be great if that was the whole reason that she was following Cristobal, was because she was like, no one else can fix this hem.
She's like, I hear you have a golden thread.
Yes, you're right. Oh, thank
you. Is it golden thread or golden needle?
Golden. Well, actually, my needle is silver. Or are you talking about like in the myth? Because that was like the golden.
No, I was talking about the actual magical item.
Oh yeah, then yeah, I have a silver needle.
Yeah, silver needle. Ha ha. What's the golden thread?
Well, I was thinking of Rumpelstiltskin, exactly. How she was able to spin thread into gold, or wool into gold. Yeah.
Does anybody want to see Adam improvise a song right now?
Right now? Like right now?
It might be hard. It might be hard actually with the delay.
That's true.
So we'll just have to do a cooldown where we're in person and I make everybody improvise a song together.
Sure.
But I definitely go ahead.
I was gonna say, if in game, if Cristobal ever comes out of the mirror, if there is a reason for him to sing, I will gladly sing along. I made my bones years ago doing musical theater, so I do sing. So I'm excited to sing with you if we get the opportunity.
I'm making everybody improvise singing in this show for sure. No one will escape me.
Amazing.
It starts with one note and it turns into a whole song.
I assume Morgan's gonna be rapping. Gonna have Otto doing beatbox. It's gonna be great.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The only reason I say it might not work is because I have tried doing this before on stream and it's like it just doesn't. Even if you like try to sing happy birthday together, it's like right,
it's super awkward.
Happy birthday. Yeah.
Well, Master, you're right. It is straw to gold. Thank you so much.
Imagine Val rapping. Look, we have Funky Librarian. Now we just need rapper Val.
Yep. I like how Morgan keeps getting assigned that task on the show. Like, Amazing.
That's who'd be most entertaining. Watching me rap, it would just be sad. He would just be like, please make it stop.
Ooh, half donut, a musical episode of the Dungeon Run like Buffy did with Once More with Feeling. Ooh, that would be a lot of fun. Well, that would mean Jared would have to sing too as the DM, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does Jared sing? He says he can hold a note.
He can hold a note. Yeah, he the thing is Jared's significant other is a killer vocalist. Like blow you out of the water vocalist. So comparatively, no, Jared can't sing. But I mean, he can definitely hold his own in like, you know, in a round or singing a simple song.
Okay. Yeah, that's all. He can just be the bass in the background. Bum,
bum.
That's all we need.
That's it.
It's settled then. The Dungeon Musical Run. Someday.
Vanilla Ice. Yes. Vanilla Ice Moldivort. Love it.
All right. Well, we're about at time because we did start a little bit late, so we went over a little bit late. But yeah, like we said earlier in the stream, stay tuned to socials because we are announcing some fun Patreon announcements. We are announcing some announcements. All right. Is that vague enough for Marvel? I think it is.
Super great.
And
we're going to say some words about some things.
Hi, Cheesy Feet. If you miss what we announce, we will be also telling you on the live stream on Wednesday. And if you didn't see, we have an awesome new custom extension on the show where you can interact with our show just directly from Twitch. Super cool. You can buy advantages or disadvantages for the characters or the dungeon masters. And we also have a system that's like Hunger Games kind of, where you drop in forces of cosmos or nature. And as you buy motes or sparks, it like pushes the scale up and unlocks card like ting, 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 different levels of cards, which influence the game.
I am not going to beg for advantages. I just want y'all to know I am the worst roller you will ever meet in your life. I'm just gonna put that out there. Like if you want to throw me disadvantages or advantages, either way, I think it will make for some very entertaining D&D.
I think we should make that happen for you.
Disadvantages, like already, like how can I roll any worse?
All you need to do is make sure you get disadvantage, and then you get super advantage, right? That's how that works.
I think that's how that works.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if someone gave me disadvantage, I'm pretty sure what would happen is I would roll the dice, and the dice would burn a hole through my dice tray and just keep falling. Just keep falling.
I think we should make a sketch about that.
That's it. Cjo, you're right. I did roll 2 nat 20s on history checks, which I'm very grateful for, and got some great information. In hindsight, I would have preferred one of those to be rolled on my don't get my eye taken or my soul sucked out. But
yeah, you had a late entrance and an early departure. We're so sorry to see it.
That's true.
Oh, Half Donut has one more question. We can squeeze in one more question.
Yeah.
Have any of y'all unintentionally ruined the DM's plans? Like, say, rolled a nat 20 early on and made a kill or something? Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, I think the unintentional part, I think I always try to ruin the DM's plans. If I can.
I know they did not expect me to roll a nat 20 when I was asking about astral dwarves. That's for sure.
Yeah, they definitely thought they were going to hold on to that information for a lot longer. And I'm exaggerating. I don't try to ruin the DM's plans. But it's always fun to kind of like break the DM a little bit, which I shouldn't be saying because I'm going to be DMing soon.
Ooh. Are you going to be a benevolent DM or a harsh DM?
I'm going to be a really nice DM.
Don't believe you.
I'm telling the truth.
Oh, that's amazing.
Marvel's not here anymore, I don't think. Is Marvel not here anymore? Can I just say whatever I want right now?
I'm just gonna be the nicest DM. Don't worry about it, everyone. Come play in my game.
Oh shoot, Marvel's still here. Okay, I can't say anything. But I'm gonna be DMing. I don't know where. Somewhere.
Ooh.
Somewhere where you'll be able to see me. DM. Oh no, Half Donut clipped it.
Amazing.
Once it's on the internet, it stays on the internet. Oh boy. All right, well that concludes the Dungeon Cooldown. Thank you so much everybody for coming to hang out with us, and we're back live at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday, live in the studio, live interaction, and the Dungeon Rush should be up soon. And thank everybody for your support here on the channel too. We appreciate you, and we'll see you on the Patreon next week for questions for the cooldown next week. And yeah, I'm gonna go stream Disney Dreamlight Valley on my own Twitch channel if you want to keep hanging out.
Nice.
I'll send a raid over there, and we'll go play Disney. It's my first time playing, so I don't know. Everybody says it's good, but hopefully it is. Have you played it, Adam?
I haven't. I'm still obsessed with Elden Ring.
Oh yeah, how far are you? Well, we can talk about this. Anyway, the Dungeon Cooldown is now just Adam and I talking about video games.
Exit, right?
All right, bye everybody. See you next week.
Thank you.
See you on Wednesday. Bye.
Bye.